Welcome back everyone, and welcome to episode 6 of my Banished Let's Play. So in the last episode we got ourselves a pasture, a couple of orchards and some crop fields set up. In this episode we need to get some additional housing going to continue our population growth. So we'll get straight onto that. I have just run the game a little bit in between episodes. Essentially I just wanted to see if these were producing, so our crop fields definitely are producing and our cherries started producing in this season. So we're just going to keep an eye on our food, see if our production starts to outpace our use again, which as we can see it's kind of on par, but we haven't had anything harvested yet. We're starting to get wool from our pasture, which means we're going to need to change our tailor. So what have we got? We got 6 sheep. Not even going to bother, we've already got sheep. So from our tailor, we're just going... Oh, that's not our tailor. Here it is. From our tailor, we're just going to change to a warm coat, which requires leather and wool. So essentially the warm coat is the most effective out of all of them. Helps keep everyone warmer for longer, which means less firewood, less chance of people dying from the cold, and that is a good thing. Plus they are worth more when we sell them. And here we go, so we're getting to autumn, so they're going to start harvesting now. So now's the time where we see if we are indeed producing more than what we're using. And we are. That is absolutely fantastic. Not that we were far behind before, but still good to make sure. So I've got 4 labourers, 1 builder and 107 stone. So what I'm going to do is build one of those houses. And over here we need about 4 houses over here. So this is just going to be a narrow strip. I would normally put a barn in between here as well, but we got one really close by. And yes, I'm well aware that is 6 not 4. What it is there's going to be another one of these plots going right here, and that's going to need housing as well. So I'm just going to place 2 more houses. Let's give this person a really fancy looking one since they're right on the riverfront there. So I've got 2 on that side and 2 on this side. I was hoping for some nomads to come through, but it's been a good couple of hours of gameplay so far and we've had absolutely none, which is kind of disappointing if I'm honest. And yep, so we will have produced over 11,000 food this year, and we're going to use probably just a little bit more than the year before. So we are definitely now outpacing our food. I also have a lot of people working over here now. So I've got 20 people working just these 2 parts alone. So we're going to need to get some more houses over here because they're having to travel. Well, it's not too bad. They're probably traveling to these 9 houses here and those 4. And of course another issue is we are now out of firewood. Of course we've been using a lot to sell, so what we're going to need to do, we're going to get the Forester Lodge built. And we're going to need to get another woodcutter as well. So I'm going to do something a little bit different this time. Just going to put the new woodcutter right there. Just because I do have room that if I still need more wood, more food, I'm going to put another one of these little villages. Pretty much, I'll go right in the middle of them, so it'll probably be just here. Just had a bunch of people come through as laborers. That's good, that means we'll be able to fill out that woodcutter's lodge. Sorry, the forestry lodge, and get another woodcutter working. In the meantime, I will just up our builder count. We have 17 builder positions available. I'll just set it to 3 for now. And we've got a trader inbound. What's he got for us? Just food. I'll dismiss him. And look at that. Our 5 sheep now have a couple of offspring. That's good. That means more wool. And eventually food. So we can keep 32 in there. And we're a quarter of the way there. More laborers. There we are. Another forestry lodge going. We've got one of our 5 new houses built. So our next major upgrade I think we'll want to work towards is I do have another mine planned out over here. I would love to get that up and running within the next couple of episodes for mining coal so that we can start getting steel tools going. So steel tools will last longer, so our blacksmith doesn't need to work so hard to keep up with our use of them, and it will also mean slightly higher production, I believe. Don't quote me on that one, I'm not exactly sure. And that's great, so we average 500 food per crop field here, and probably about, I'm going to go about 600 per orchard. So as you can see, we had one produce significantly less than the other. That is one way of reducing that happening, is getting nearby housing so they live close to where they're working, which is what we're working on. And they're already harvesting. So food wise, we're getting a good 2,000 buffer every year. That is absolutely fantastic, although this year it looks like it's gone down a little bit. Sorry about that, guys. Roommate's just having a bit of a spaz directly outside. Must be high on something. Got another trader. What have we got? Logs. Don't give a crap about logs. And we're having little flashes of cold temperatures in buildings and people, so that's another reason why we want to get this woodcutter up. There we go. Four children in one go. Wow. we're going to see a big population boom soon. Good production of warm coats going. Righto, so let's see what we can do about upgrades around the place. So if we have a look in our inventory, so our tailor's using all the wool as we get it. I think we have some hide floating around. There we are, we've got 100 leather floating around. There we go, second woodcutter's going, and we've already got a nice surplus of firewood coming up. And we've hit the cap for our wood storage. So I think what I'll do is I'll up that to 5,000. Lots of students, lots of labourers coming through. How much stone do we need for another mine? 68. Righto, so we can't quite get that yet. But if we go through our buildings, what else can we do? So market's a little bit out of our reach. We could get a hospital going. It's going to cost a lot of stone. But we're not having issues. If you look down the bottom left, we're having issues with happiness. So what can we do to improve happiness? Well, one way is the chapel. And with the chapel, we could also do the cemetery. So why not? We've got some space over here. So I'll put the chapel here. Why not have it looking out over some nice farmland? It's going to use pretty much all the iron. Well, it's going to use all the stone we have now and then some. Let's see what we can get from here. It's not too far out. Get all that iron as well. Just had a bunch of workers come through, so we might just be able to... Yeah, I might max out this stone cutter, or this quarry, just so we can get some more going. Might need to build another quarry as we head further into the game. And here we go again, got houses freezing. This is not good. It's not too bad right now, but definitely something to keep an eye on. And we've got another trader here. Let's see what he's got for us. Yep, don't care about the hide coats. So what I'm hoping on is another seed for a different type of orchard, another type of animal, and another type of crop. Just so that on the right hand side of our farming area here, I can put another type. Just give us a bit of variety, prevent the spread of disease, and then we'll move down and we can expand rapidly from there. At the moment, our food is still... It's not outpacing... No, we're using more than we're producing again. So what we might do, just sit down here and we're going to just do another lot up, or we'll just I've actually built that in the wrong spot. So we'll just get another couple of farming areas laid out. Yeah, that should be, yep. So what we're going to have is just got the exact same layout. So obviously I'm not going to get all of these working straight up. So that's pretty much quadrupled the size of our farm area, and we're going to be putting our next lot diagonal from what we have now. So it's going to be this lot right in here will be a duplicate of what we have here, except maybe the animals might change. We'll see what we've got. We're over half, well, we're almost halfway there with our stone for the chapel. that's pretty much, well, it is all we're waiting on right now. Just drop us down to 2 builders. So our food's starting to drop very low now, actually. Yeah, using a good just over 1,000 more than what we're producing. So we're going to need this pasture to produce so that we can get more food from it. And we really need to get some more crop fields going. This is about the time where I would almost consider emptying out the school, and we actually need to get a bunch more houses built because we've got people in the boarding house, which is never good. So we've got the chapel being built, we need to get some houses built, we need to get some more food going. The good news about people being in the boarding house though is they're less likely to breed, which will hopefully, it'll slow down the population growth, which will hopefully ease up on our food usage a little bit. And we've got another trader in. What's he got for us? More sheep. Do I want to get more sheep and get another pasture going? They take a while before they start producing food, so I'll dismiss him. If I want more sheep at this point, I'll just split the pasture. And there we go, we got our chapel built. Hopefully that will increase our happiness. Got one crop field available, but that's not one that I'm wanting to use yet. I would ideally like that one to be a different type of crop. Reserve of firewood is low, but at the moment that's fine. We're slowly getting a reserve actually built up. What I can do is I'll just increase our production to 2,000. Just that way in the warmer months when we're not using so much, we'll actually get a little bit more stored. And our quarry is producing so much stone right now. Already up to 142 in stockpile. That is huge. And what I'm going to do, since we really do need it going, is going to increase the priority of everything here. That's actually going to get us more stone, there's some iron in there, and a bunch more wood. So I'm going to leave this pasture up here blank for a while. I might split our sheep once we approach the 30 sheep mark. Just otherwise it's going to take forever for both of them to get their population up and going. And I do believe that the more you have in a pasture, the faster it will produce. Just had a bunch of laborers come through. That's good. I'm going to use 5 of them straight up on here. And at the moment we want 14 laborers, including those, so I'll put 2 into our mine. Get us some more iron production going. In fact, I'm going to get this other mine built. Even going to make things nice and quick. A tunnel going through there with a road. And what's this guy got? Cabbage seeds. Perfect, that is something different. Just gonna trade all of these. This is not going to help our firewood situation at all. But I will trade that. And we'll get cabbage going right away. Don't think they'll do anything this year because we've just missed it. Lots of laborers just came through. So I'll just get another builder going. Now, why is our orchard person gathering squash? Has our squash harvester been slacking off and putting his harvest in the orchard? Righto guys, I'm going to end the episode here. We've got another type of crop to harvest now. I hope you all liked the video. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe down below. Share the video if you liked it. Like it if you liked it as well. and I will see you next time.